Let us now learn different ways to simplify ratios. I will explain this with an example, 14:18. You know that 14:18 can be written as a fraction, 14/18. Now 2 is a factor for 14, it is also a factor for 18. So I can write 14 as 2 into 7, 18 as 2 into 9. So once I write it this way, I can cancel the 2. You shouldn't multiply this again and say 2 into 7 is 14, 2 into 9 is 18. If you do that, you will get back 14/18. Here we are writing it in terms of a multiplication so that we can cancel. So once we cancel, what are we left with? 7/9, which is the same as 7:9. So 14:18 is equal to 7:9. Here I wrote 14 and 18 as a product using their common factors. Then we cancel their common factors. So this is one method. Another way to do this is to say 14:18 is 14/18. You know that you can divide the numerator by any number you want as long as you divide the denominator also by the same number. I can say 14/3, 18 divided by 3. I can do that, but 14 is not divisible by 3. What is the number that is going to divide both? Common factor, 2, right? So 14 is divisible by 2, 18 is also divisible by 2. So I can say 14 divided by 2 divided by 18 divided by 2, right? Numerator, I am dividing by 2, denominator, I am dividing by 2. Remember, whatever you are doing in the numerator, you must do the same in the denominator. You can multiply by the same number, numerator and denominator. You can divide by the same number in the numerator and denominator. So 2, right? So 14 divided by 2, you get a nice number, 7. 18 divided by 2, you get a nice number, 9. So once I do this division, I get 7/9. 7/9 is the same as 7:9. So 14:18 is 7:9, exactly what we got earlier. There is a third way to do this. This is probably the way that you use all the time. 14:18 is 14/18. I can cancel it right here, but instead I will take up another step. And what you do in your mind is usually to say, okay, 2 is a factor of 14, 2 is a factor of 18. Two tables, 2 into 7 is 14, 2 into 9 is 18. So what are we doing? We are saying 2 into 7, 2 in your mind, 7 you write and you cut off 14. 2 in your mind, 9 you write and you cut off 18. And so you get 7/9, which is 7:9. So all three ways tell us that 14:18 is 7:9. But actually, it looks like there are three different approaches, but these are all the same. Let me explain. What have you done here? You have written 14 as 2 times 7, 18 as 2 times 9, and then you cut off the 2. What are you doing here? You are doing exactly the same as what you did there, except you are doing it in your mind. You are saying 14 is 2 times 7, 2 is in your mind. Instead of cutting off the 2, you are cutting off the 14. That's all. You are writing 7, but notice once I cut off the 2, what am I left with? 7. Similarly, if I cut off this 2, I am left with 9. Notice that these two are the same. There we are writing it and then cancelling. Here you are writing it in your head and cancelling in your head, right? And then you are just simply cutting off 18 and 14. But writing 2 and removing the 2 means it is the same as division. 14 is 2 times 7. So 7 is 14 divided by 2. 18 is 2 times 9. So 9 is 18 divided by 2. So instead of writing 2 and cutting it off, it is the same as saying 14 divided by 2, 18 divided by 2. That's what you are doing here. So all three are exactly the same method.